of his murder. The court heard they kept him in their house as a slave and tortured him for his benefit money. She was sacked after the death of baby Peter. Sharon Shoesmith, who ran Haringey Children's Services, claimed she was a political scapegoat. A judge has ruled her sacking was lawful. New figures on the economy were out today. They show it grew 0.2% in the first 3 months of the year. That's less than some experts predicted. Labour insists the figures confirm the recovery is underway. The Conservatives say they're disappointing, while the Liberal Democrats say deep economic problems remain. Jeremy Paxman will grill the Conservative leader, David Cameron, here on BBC One in half an hour. The British National Party has launched its election manifesto. It pledges to halt any further immigration from Muslim countries.
Hello, I'm Natalie Corner in the southwest. Thousands of holidaymakers stranded because of the volcanic ash arrived here today. One ferry that docked in Plymouth had 3 times the usual number of foot passengers. Ben Goodridge's been paralysed from the waist down since he was 2, but he's now qualified as one of the UK's first paraplegic microlight flying instructors. The 32-year-old hopes to encourage other people with disabilities to learn to fly. Dry and sunny tomorrow morning, occasional light rain later, a high of 18 degrees Celsius.
EastEnders next, and Saeed's run out of hiding places.
What do you know of the Weeping Angels?
The angel is gonna come.
Stone angel amongst stone statues.
Needle in a haystack.
We're all in terrible danger.
Don't take your eyes off the angel. Don't even blink.
Doctor Who, the journey continues. Tomorrow at 6:20 on BBC One and catch up on BBC iPlayer.
In the second of the Jeremy Paxman interviews ahead of the general election, the Conservative leader David Cameron will be answering questions in half an hour. First on BBC One, in Albert Square, the truth always comes out in the end.
What have you got for me this time?
Here's what's in store.
The Lord is raring to go! Got a feeling. Let's go.
Let's do it, let's do it, let's do it, and do it.
What are you looking for?
Someone incredible.
You know what they need?
Someone amazing. Me.
I certainly know what I'm looking for.
I really enjoyed that.
Now that's interesting.
Well, thank goodness Doctor Who saved the world.
You all his holds.
That's just the beginning. There's loads more.
Still one place to be on Saturday night. Join us from 5:20 on BBC One.
Now on BBC One, before Ashes to Ashes, the second of the Jeremy Paxman interviews.
This man would like us to make him Prime Minister. David Cameron is 43. He's been leader of the Conservative Party for almost 4.5 years. And in the next half hour, we'll find out what he believes in. David Cameron, last night you said that politicians were treating the public as mugs. When in your political career precisely did you decide that?
Well, the point I was making is that I think this idea that politicians pretend they have all the answers, that if we just pass another law, issue another regulation, that feeling has got stronger the longer I've been involved in politics, because I think politicians keep overclaiming and overclaiming about what they can do. I mean, I've always believed real change is about people taking responsibility as well as government. But that sense, I think, has got stronger since being in Parliament.
Did you think that politicians were treating the public like mugs when you went to work for Margaret Thatcher's Conservative Party in 1989?
Well, no, I didn't. I had huge enthusiasm.
Did you think it when you were advising Norman Lamont during Black Wednesday?
No, I'm trying to make a bigger point, I think, than that, Jeremy, which is, yes... Okay,
it's
which
your
is
belief.
Yes, and I think that politicians of all parties have been guilty of this, overclaiming what we're able to achieve on our own. Now, I've always believed that actually Conservatives tend to overclaim less than Labour because we have a view of society which is more bottom-up than top-down. We believe that you should trust people, you should give people more power and responsibility over their lives. I mean, in a way, that was what Margaret Thatcher's revolution in the Conservative Party was about, you know, owning your own home, having more of your own money to spend as you choose, more power to do more for yourself and your community. So I think the Conservatives overclaimed less than others, but I think generally, when you look at the problems in our society, all of them point in the same direction, which is we need a sort of responsibility revolution where we all do more for ourselves, our families and our communities.
Talking about over